Why, hello there, Jacob, and today I have a new pickup video to share with you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So yeah, a couple weeks ago on Jerseys, Kicks, and Lids / Kings of Throwbacks, there was a user whose name is escaping me right now, but he went on to the Boston Pro Shop and kind of looked around and stuff like that and found a lot of Boston Bruin jerseys on sale. And for like crazy prices and stuff like that. So what did I do? Last Friday, I jumped online and kind of looked around and stuff like that, and they had Fanatics premium jerseys of former players, which, by the way, the fact that both of these guys are former players still blows my freaking mind, especially when you see the one that I'm actually going to show here. But anyway, kind of backtracking here. They had discounted Fanatics premium jerseys for $50 name and number. And as you can see, I'm wearing one of them. But I'll actually go ahead and show this one because out of both of these players, I feel like this is the player right here that is the most like, wait, what? They got rid of who? They traded who? So yeah, as you can see here, I am actually wearing one of those pickups, and it is a Charlie Coyle Boston Bruins NHL Fanatics Premium jersey. And yeah, well, like I say, I just threw this bad boy on and it fits good. And there's a lot of good features and stuff like that. But I figure I'll go ahead and actually show you the features on this jersey. So yeah, without further ado, I'll actually go ahead and show you. Again, to this day, this trade still just absolutely blows my mind, especially with seeing how this guy is doing in the finals. And I must warn you, trigger warning, if you are a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, you may want to turn off your camera and may want to turn off YouTube for a little bit. 3, 2, 1. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did I get a Charlie Coyle Boston Bruins Fanatics Premium jersey, but I also got a Brad Marchand. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Marchand Boston Bruins jersey with the captaincy for $50 each. Because as many of you know now, which again, no matter how many times I say this, no matter how often I see this, it still doesn't compute that he is a Florida Panther. Especially if you know anything about the history of the NHL over the last 2 or 3 playoff runs. But hey, I mean, kudos to him. Brad Marchand, even at, 37, is still out there being his normal self. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and actually get into some of the details of these jerseys. Because, I mean, as a Wild fan, I'm neutral on the Boston Bruins. I know the Boston Bruins are one of those teams where you either love them or you hate them, especially depending on what side of the aisle you're on. You know, like if you're on the Eastern Conference or whatnot. And especially if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Yeah. But anyway. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is just your standard NHL Fanatics Premium jersey. And the only thing I don't like about how they did the Bruins jerseys, granted, it's because of the back striping and stuff like that, but they have the Fanatics tag over the Fanatics logo. So as you can see here with that F, that's where they have the neck tag. And it's also the same with my Charlie Coyle too. And then on the shoulder, they have the shoulder patches, but the shoulder patches are heat pressed, just like in the Charlie Coyle jersey. But as you can see here, the logo, the C, and the numbers are sewn in. So yeah, I don't know if that's like a pro shop thing. I don't know if that's a Boston Bruins jersey thing or whatnot, but it is your prime green level of stitching, which for all my jersey collectors out there, you know exactly what I mean by the prime green level of stitching. So yeah, as I said before, here's the neck tag, the premium collar in the back, that white stripe that goes down to the black, that beautiful spoked B that is indeed prime green material, the captaincy, which is also like that double stitched with the NHL shield, the strings that still do nothing, the shoulder numbers with that patented Bruins yellow, black, and white striping. This one still has the tags and stuff on it. And then obviously similar on this side with the patches going down and the striping. Marchand on the back, which is heat pressed onto the nameplate, which is very common with these jerseys. Like the name and number will be heat pressed on, but the back 63 is single stitched in with that raised 63 on the back. The Fanatics F with the stripes underneath, and again, this is a fight stripe. But yeah, here we go. The Boston Bruins duo jersey pickup. And as I said before, these were running for about $50 each. And in fact, they even still had some of the Fanatics breakaway jerseys for as cheap as like $30 each. Like some of the youth jerseys, I think, were like as cheap as like $10 each. And they also had, I think, Trent Frederick was another one, Coyle, Marchand, and probably a couple of other players whose names are escaping me right now. But yeah, I mean, for just about $100 total, 2 very nice Boston Bruin jerseys. And yes, the rumor is true, or at least as far as I know, they will be coming out with a different design going into next year. So be kind of curious to see if this is like fully retired or whatnot, because they were kind of hinting with that 100th anniversary that they had here a couple years ago that they're probably going to switch them up. And then of course they had their centennial game. So yeah, but I mean, hey, for $50 each, you get a name and number Fanatics premium jersey. That is of great quality, by the way. I mean, this is a pretty heavy jersey. Nice stitching and all that stuff on the numbers and all that jazz. So, but yeah, I think that'll wrap up this video. So until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.